Once again, the carelessness displayed by the Americans baffles me to no end. We have seen it all. Unescorted ships, unarmed ships, and now fully illuminated passenger ships. What are they thinking? Don't they know there is a war? Is their press not telling them that? Are they really not aware of all the ships being sunk all along their coast? Yes, our regulations still apply, and we are ordered not to engage any unarmed passenger ships that can carry more than 120 passengers. But I know that there are some U-boat commanders out there who are careless enough, or even fanatical and ruthless enough, to simply label this a troop ship and sink it outright. I am left pondering our enemy's mentality. Are they not at all informed about all the sinkings out here and our presence? Or is their mentality such that they are careless, reckless, or maybe even just filled with hope and brave? It's a very interesting nation. Hello there, and welcome to a new episode in our amazing Silent Hunter 3 campaign with the OneAlex Mod Edition. And today is the 22nd of January. It's early in the morning, 9 o'clock local time. We are in CA39, just near Cape Cod here. This is where we sank the merchant last night. We can remove that. But ahead of us, we now have another ship. These waters are busy. There's another ship out there. So, first things first, turn towards it. Use it to the bridge. And we are going to determine which way this thing is going. It is of course daylight now. If that thing is armed in any way, then we won't be able to attack from the surface. We will have to submerge. But that is something that we will take our time to determine now. Oh yeah, I think I see a gun in the stern. If that is the stern there. Yeah, moving left to right. And most likely armed. Okay. In that case, turn right. Increase speed. Let's get into a position ahead of that thing, so that we can submerge in its path. And hopefully, fire a torpedo or two at it. I still have a bunch of electric torpedoes. We might get to use some of them today. So, I'll go ahead, I'll get into position, and we'll resume the video once I'm starting to gather targeting information. Welcome back. So, we are almost ahead of the target. And that means we are gonna submerge now. Once I'm directly in front of them, I will know their precise course. Slow us down. Depth under keel 34. It's pretty shallow here. We won't have much room to play with, but it should be enough. And we are submerging. Okay. I will want to raise the observation periscope and make sure that I don't miss the moment when that ship, when we are directly in front of it. And that might actually be now. Or almost. Okay, this is good. I think it is now. So Let's mark our own position on the map. We were here, and they... let me bring the weapons officer to his station. Okay, so on that bearing they were coming directly at us. I suppose they are sailing on a course of 150 degrees. That's their course. So from this point, I'm gonna draw a line 330, like so, and we are going to encounter that ship down that line. And that means we are now gonna turn to... do I stay on this course or do I turn? I want to keep a distance of about 1 kilometer to this line. Let's turn to 29. Do I? Yeah, I think I wanna go and end up here. Basically here. So let's set a course of 5 degrees.
Jawohl, Herr Kaloin. Neuer Kurs 4.
I need to distance myself from their course so that I can take a good speed measurement before we start to engage them. But that ship is still pretty far away. It will take some time to arrive at our position. I'm not sure what kind of ship it is and if it is indeed armed. We will be able to determine that later. For now, I will start to head towards it. We're going to speed up a bit. And we are gonna engage it soon. But until then, let's have another little break. And I'll bring you back when we are in position to start taking their speed. And then to start attacking. The target is getting closer and closer, and I think, well, let me tell you right now where it is. It is, oh, he doesn't have a sound contact all of a sudden. Okay, never mind, doesn't matter. I have a periscope contact. There it is. And yeah, we are getting to the point where I can take a speed measurement. We're also getting to the point where I can confirm that it is armed. There is a gun in the stern. So, how far away am I from its track right now? 1.5 kilometers. Okay, in that case, we will now start to turn towards it to measure its speed. How big is this ship? Length? I think we'll go with about 130 meters. That should be more or less right. Down periscope until we complete the turn. The sea is very calm, it's very bright. We don't want to risk detection at such a critical moment, but what we will want to do is to start preparing our torpedoes. I'm thinking about shooting a salvo, maybe tubes 1 and 3 or something like that, electric torpedoes. So let's see, if I do shoot a salvo, I can shoot 1 and 3. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, impacts. That ship seems to be pretty big. Let's set the depth to 6 meters. Same for torpedo 3. Impact. And that's all information that we have for now. We are completing our turn. That is nice. And once we do that, we are actually going to slow down our boat. I don't want to get too close. That is to be avoided. Okay, turn is almost complete. Let me have a quick look, see if we need to adjust. Yeah, we do. Turn that way. This thing is hauling. I believe this thing is going quite fast. It is an American ship, I see the flag. So we can confirm that, that's good. Okay, completing our turn. This might not be enough. Yeah, they're gaining on us a little bit too fast. Turn a little bit further. This thing is fast. Okay, rather zero here. We're gonna turn back 1 or 2 degrees, but that should be okay for us to start the clock and take the measurement that we need. Yeah, the boat is always turning back a lot when you do this. Damn it. I don't like how this is going so far. Come on, stop already. Okay, it's slowing down. Good enough. Start the clock. Yeah, this thing is fast. Oh, oh. Be ready to stop this. Stop. 30 seconds. Start turning left. Which way do I need to go exactly? Weapons officer. They are sailing on a course. Yeah, of course I'm now turning. Never mind. We need to go to 240. 240. Speed up our boat. Let's prepare everything. Prepare the firing solution. We will be shooting at their port side, 90 degree. Their speed. So that was... let's give it 30 seconds. 30 to 130 or 140 even. Yeah, I'm prepared to go with 9.5 knots here. I'll take another good look at the ship, but I think that should be more or less right. Distance, reduce that to 1 kilometer. Oh yeah, torpedo. Periscope, we're going too fast. Slow down. We will need to fire at this. Oh, we are almost there already. Okay, quick look. Size estimation should be correct. Spread angle for the torpedoes. Give it 3 degrees. Ah, salvo, 3 degrees. Open the tubes. Ready to fire. I'll set the torpedo a little bit less deep. Fire. Both torpedoes left the tube. Running good, I hope. Let's make another torpedo ready. Steam torpedo for fast shot. Medium speed impact, 5 meters. It's coming. It's coming. Come on, give me 2 good hits here. Maybe I aimed a little bit after I aimed at the funnel, but now I see that the funnel is not in the middle, but it doesn't matter, it's fine. 2 good hits. Nice. She's going down immediately. Yeah, the guns were of no use to you. That's a bye-bye. They are sinking. Oh, what a nice little engagement. What a nice shot. It's so amazing to see all these merchants out here completely without escorts. It's really like the early days of the war on Britain's coast. The very, very early days of the war. Oh, look, a fire started. They are done. I'm not surfacing right now. Who knows if anybody could rush back to the gun and put that into service? We are staying submerged for a while longer. But what we are doing is we are turning away. Yeah, we are doing that. Back to course. While we turn, we are gonna observe this thing. I'm sure it will go down fast. Maybe 1 torpedo would have been enough to sink it. It's not a huge ship. But let's take a quick look at the type of ship that we actually sank here. So this was a large cargo, 8,195 tons. So almost 8,200 tons here. This patrol is amazing. The torpedoes didn't give me much trouble. We were able to use our deck gun to great extent and collect a lot of tonnage with that. And, well, we still have some torpedoes on board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good for at least 1 more engagement. After 1 more engagement, I will have to seriously consider turning for home and preserving the remaining torpedoes for the voyage home. But this has gone really well. I'm very happy with the result here that we achieved. They didn't have a gun in the front. There's a gun platform installed, but no gun on it yet. Anything else? Some cargo containers on deck. I see 2, looks like 50 caliber machine guns maybe. And then the gun itself. So basically, it's really an armament for anti-aircraft use. Can be used against surface targets, but well, it didn't help them. Not at all. This is the power of the submarine. We can submerge, wait for them to cross our path and torpedo them. And as long as the Americans don't implement a convoy system, they are completely and literally on their own out here. No help. No chance to defend against this kind of attack that we just performed. No chance at all. I do wonder though, what would have happened? How much chaos would have been caused in these shallow waters here, in these very shallow entrances to harbors and to waterways and such. For example, here in New York, I mean, this is not a huge area and it is shallow. What would have happened if the submarines that headed to the American East Coast didn't carry torpedoes, but mines that they could lay on the seafloor? How much damage would they have been able to cause with that. How much chaos, how much blockage in the important waterways here. Because a wreck sunk here is a huge obstacle to shipping that is trying to pass through. Same there in here, for example. And until that wreck is removed, it's really, really a huge problem. I do wonder about that. Let me know in the comments what you think. Would that have caused a lot of chaos? Even more chaos than they caused with their torpedoes? It's difficult to say. I mean, I feel like because the Americans at the time reacted so slow to the U-boat threat, the U-boats were able to wreak absolute havoc with their torpedoes. I'm not sure if mines would have been more effective. Oh, the fire is growing, I feel. Yeah, look at the huge pillar of black smoke rising into the sky, telling everyone in a basically 50-60 kilometer radius, hey, there is something going on here. Somebody got torpedoed. Of course, these guys would have sent out a radio transmission that they have been torpedoed, that they are sinking. If they didn't lose all power immediately, that is. But this was another really nice and successful engagement. I am very glad with the result. And I do think the ship is basically about to sink. We can already see that the stern is settling lower in the water. It seems to be that there the flooding is the heaviest. How much depth do we have here? 32, add our 12 to that. Yeah, there is enough depth here to completely swallow this ship. Not like what we experienced with the last one that we sank, where it basically settled on the very, very shallow bottom. But this... man, these are indeed happy times here on the American East Coast at the beginning of 1942. So many targets. Not escorted, not protected at all. Many of them not even armed. Some yes, but yeah, without escorts to protect them against a submerged attack, it's of no use. Some survivors over there. And there goes the flare. Multiple flares. It's goodbye. It's goodbye for them. Surface the boat. And let's actually take a quick look at this. Oh, what a sight. Imagine being these guys. You barely made it into the lifeboat, and the ship that you spent maybe years sailing on, that has basically become your second home, suddenly gone within a few minutes. Just like that. Horrible, really. Absolutely horrible. These guys will be fine. They have sent out a radio message. We are gonna send out a radio message too. Send out a message to BDU. And we are going to continue on our course. Continue our patrol in these waters. Let's see what else we can find. But that, I think that will be it for today. Another short episode. But yeah, these engagements here, they are just single merchants. They are... they really have no chance. They really have no chance. I will collect so much tonnage on this patrol, it's gonna be ridiculous. I better get a promotion for this. Let me know in the comments what you think of today's episode. I do hope that you have enjoyed it, and I do hope you're looking forward to the next one. Until then, have some really great days, and goodbye.